Truly, truly, I say to you, he who does not enter by the door into the fold of the sheep, but climbs up some other way, he is a thief and a robber. But he who enters the door is a shepherd of the sheep. To him the doorkeeper opens. The sheep hear his voice, and he calls his own sheep by name. He leads them out. When he pulls forth all his own, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. A stranger they simply will not follow, but will flee from him, because they do not know the voice of strangers. This figure of speech Jesus spoke to them, but they did not understand what those things were which he had been saying to them. So Jesus said to them again, "Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. If anyone enters through me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep." This is the word of God for the people of God. You may be seated.
Good morning. I just want to talk about faith. And yesterday we had an event at our school called the Mayfest, and one of our teachers brought his lamb. His neighbor raised sheep, and this one was neglected and abused and left. And he brought the sheep to school. And I just saw children playing around with it in the field, and I held it, and it was so innocent and gentle and small. And we are kind of like sheep, and how we follow God and we stay right beside him, and that we will go through hard times, and that we grow stronger through everything we go through. And no matter if it's a divorce or anything, we grow stronger, and it's for the best, and everything happens for a good reason. And God was with me a lot when I was in Carpenter Place, which is a girls' home, and I saw God in everyone there, and they helped me so much get to feeling better and get through relationships with my family and grow stronger. And we should all have faith, and God's never going to give us up no matter what, so we should all have faith.
Webster's dictionary defines sheep as any various hollow-horned, typically gregarious ruminant mammals, related to goats, but stockier and lacking a beard in the male. It also means, sheep are dumb, timid, often losing their way, very little survival instincts because they are farm animals. Multiple times in the Bible, they describe us as sheep. And, why are we described as dumb and dumbfounded and sheepish and that? Well, I guess when you think about it, sheep have a pretty desirable quality too. They have the whole shepherd and herd relationship going on with the shepherd. They trust the shepherd and to keep them safe from the nasty wolves and illness. Jesus being the shepherd in this case, and the wolves being evilness. That whole sense of community and like-mindedness and that trust is nice. Although sheep do have it easier than us because we're humans, and nowhere in the Bible is it going to say Christianity is super easy and well-do. It's not in there. In 1 Peter, it says that it is commendable to suffer unjustly if you have God's will in your heart. That time you didn't kick that really lame guy from the party, even though nobody liked him. But, it says to be nice to people, so, that's commendable right there. Or all those times innocent people died with the Christians versus Romans, that whole spiel. Yeah, that's commendable for them. God looked at that. But it's not against his challenges. Think of the disciples. We hold them to this light that, God chose the disciples. They must be the best people in the world. He chose them. But they made mistakes too, Judas did that thing, that's Jesus. And Peter, he gave him up. That's not the nicest thing to do. But, God still accepted them and tended to them. He took them back into his herd. So he also does that to us. Be like sheep.
Some of you might know that next year I am going to go to college. I am going to be attending George Fox University in Newberg, Oregon, and I'm going to be studying cybersecurity. This big decision comes with lots of stress and many hours of preparation for things like scholarships to help pay for college and graduation parties. And Psalms 23, David talks about his relationship with God and how to deal with all these issues you have in your life. He says, "He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Through this time of stress, I try to use these words of wisdom in my daily life. Even when I'm wondering about my future, I try to remember that God will guide me on the right path to end my journey. It could take days, it could take years, but in the end, I know that everything is going to be okay. I know everyone in this room has some sort of stress in their life currently, no matter how old you are. It could be a transition from grade school to middle school, a big meeting at work, or even worrying about selling your home in this market. We just need to take a second and take a deep breath and remember that God makes you lie down in green pastures, leads you beside quiet waters, and he will refresh your soul. Thank you.